Hey folks, excuse me, Leave it here once again. Going back to another review. Hope you enjoyed my reviews yesterday of Jonah Hex and Superman Batman Apocalypse. Now y'all know, remember my YouTube channel? It is my the mass profile picture, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to that. Also, welcome back to another review. As y'all know, if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Levi McNally, and what I've been doing on my YouTube channel for these set of reviews, I've been doing a superhero marathon on my YouTube channel. I did a Superman marathon, a Batman marathon, well, on my other channel, but I will share those videos on this channel, okay, folks? I will eventually. And I've been doing, reviewing superhero movies that have come out in these decades of years, starting with the 80s era of superhero movies, 90s era, and 2000s era, which I finished those. I finished the 90s eras of superhero reviews and 2000 reviews this year, actually. And yeah, I would say Happy New Year's Eve. We will be getting to New Year tonight, and hopefully I'll be doing a New Year video. But continue with that, I'm on the 2010s era of superhero reviews. These are superhero movies that came out in the year 2010 to 2019. So, and I'm starting with the year 2010. I only have this movie and one more movie to go for 2010. Then we'll be starting with the year 2011. But anyway, this is my first time seeing this movie. This is a 2010 superhero comedy film made by DreamWorks. Made like the Shrek movies, Kung Fu Panda, a couple other movies that I've already mentioned. It is the 2010 superhero comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation and Pacific State Imagines and distributed by Paramount Pictures. That stars the cast are voices of Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Jonah Hill, David Cross, and Brad Pitt, and directed by Tom McGrath. That is Megamind. Yeah. Which is actually my first time watching this movie, and I'll say I did enjoy it. I do consider, yeah, this is a superhero comedy film. I would say it's a superhero film. It's DreamWorks, but I would consider it a superhero movie. I did enjoy Megamind. This is my first time actually watching this movie, so just bear with me. I've seen parts of this movie before, but I haven't fully, you know, watched it. Now, I didn't love this movie. I didn't say, "Oh, this movie was great. I loved it," but I did like it. I enjoyed it. I can see myself growing a little. I can say I like Shrek more, Shrek one and two more. It's better than Shrek the third, but I think I like Forever After a little more than this. But that's just me personally. I like Shrek Forever After more than this, but that's just me. I even like Kung Fu Panda more than this, and Kung Fu Panda 2. Third movie, not so much. The third movie was okay. I haven't seen the new one. But yeah, and I do like Madagascar, the first Madagascar more than this, but I do like this more than the Madagascar sequels, which I really have no interest much in seeing. I didn't care for Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, whatever it was called. But this was a fun movie. Despite that, I didn't think it was a masterpiece. I have some issues, and the movie spoilers review, but it's still a fun movie. It's a fun watch, and it's a very short film as well. Only like 1 hour and 35 minutes. So let me get into the production of this movie. Yeah. You got director Tom McGrath, who promotes the film at the 2010 San Diego Comic Con. The film was written by Alan J. Skolrath and Brent Simmons. It was first titled Mastermind and then Overmind. It was really suggested that Ben Stiller would be cast as Megamind. Ben Stiller did not voice the character, but he does voice the character in this movie. And later Robert Downey Jr., of course, who was Iron Man at the time with Tony Stark. But Will Ferrell was only given the role. Due to schedule conflicts for Downey, who of course I'm sure was probably really busy working with Marvel at the time, and because Downey also did Sherlock Holmes in 2009, that was released, and he of course was working on Iron Man 2, so he was busy and probably getting ready to do the Avengers a little later, so he's probably busy with his schedule. Stiller was instead cast in a minor role as the customer, as a guy named Bernard. Lowbray and Dennis No Coleman Cosino were the film's producers, and Stiller and Stuart Carnford were the executive producers. Justin Thrax and Guillermo del Toro worked as creative consultants on the film. Wow, okay, Guillermo del Toro, the same guy who directed Blade 2 and directed the Hellboy movies. So I'm talking about Hellboy from 2004, starring Ron Perlman, and Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. The Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. The one that came out this year and the one that came out in 2019, I don't think he directed. Yeah. So the voice cast, though, oh, right here, Will Ferrell went to look, him as Megamind, probably just as Comic Con, just as his character. And this is the voice cast of the movie. You have Will Ferrell as Megamind, who's a blue-skinned humanoid alien supervillain with large. He's a parody of Lex Luthor and Brainiac. This is kind of like a Superman parody, by the way. Brad Pitt as Metro Man, Music Man. He's Megamind's former nemesis who leaves his superhero life to pursue a new career in music. Which doesn't like to be spoilers, is a parody of Superman. Tina Fey as Roxy Ritchie, a strong-willed news reporter who becomes Megamind's love interest. She's a parody of Lois Lane. Jonah Hill as Al Stewart, Titan. Roxy's heavily dim-witted cameraman who has a crush on her. Given powers by Megamind, becomes a superhero named Titan. His name is a reference to Al Jordan and John Stewart, who Green Lantern Corps, so, the DC characters. David Cross as Minin. No, let me talk about the cast star. Will Ferrell. First know him from, like, Elf. You know, I recently saw a photo of Will Ferrell recently, I think, like, at a basketball game, just as his character Elf, Buddy the Elf. And of course, he's done some other movies as well. He's an Anchorman, Kicking and Screaming, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers. I love my Step Brothers, probably my favorite movie of his. It's hard between that Elf or Talladega Nights, but I'm leaning towards Step Brothers because I love that movie. You know, and of course, William Hopper, Land of the Lost. I like that movie. Yeah, and Daddy's Home 1 and 2. I like those films as well. And like I said, oh yeah, and before he also voices Space Jazz role. He's the genre of both the physical realisms of Jor-El, basically parody of Marlon Brando from Superman the movie. And Brad Pitt, well, I could say Ocean's 11, the Ocean's series, World War Z. I like that movie. I think him and Jonah Hill did a movie together. It was called Moneyball. I think it was called. I'm sorry. Yeah, Moneyball from 2011. Yeah, and 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis. I like that movie. And I think with what's his name, uh, Morgan Freeman, Seven. I think the movie's called. Yeah, and Fight Club. Yeah, and Tina Fey as like I said, love interest. Uh, Baby Mama. I remember that. I basically remember her in Mean Girls as well. I like that movie, Baby Mama. That was a pretty funny movie. Yeah. And Jonah Hill. I never really consider myself a Jonah Hill fan, but I do love him in 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. He was in Knocked Up, the 40-year-old version. He was also in Funny People and Moneyball, like I said, with Brad Pitt. This is the End. Horton Here's a Who. How to Train Your Dragon, which I believe is another DreamWorks animation film. Yeah. Speaking of DreamWorks, oh, I can say I like Spirit more than this, but that's just me. It's better than Shark Tale. Never was a fan of Shark. And Chicken Run. I was never a fan of Chicken Run. I like Josephine's Dreams more and The Prince of Egypt more than this. I would say I like it more than Ants, but that's just me. Ants, I was never. Ants is an alright movie. The Road Over Water, I like that more. Yeah. And I know they're gonna make a Shrek 5, which honestly I think is stupid. But that's just me. And I like it more than The Boss Baby. I like The Boss Baby though. That's just me. And David Cross as Minion. They talk of David Cross, movies I've seen him in. I know he was in Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. He was in Scary Movie 2. Yeah, Alvin and Chipmunks movies, those aren't good, in my opinion. I don't like those movies. He was in The Cable Guy as well. Have a short part in that. He was also in Men in Black 1 and 2. Yeah, but a good actor in my opinion. He was in some TV shows as well. J.K. Simmons is the warden. They had, J.K. Simmons. If you want to talk about superhero, of course, he was J. Jonah Jameson in the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy and Spider-Man No Way Home. And I like the movie he did called Whiplash. And he was in Crazy on the Outside, co-starring with Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, and Justice League. He was in that too, like Commissioner Gordon. And Ben Stiller as Bernard. Now, Ben Stiller, you should know him for comedies like Tropic Thunder, which I don't like, but I love There's Something About Mary. Never seen Zoolander, but and I like the Night at the Museum films and Starsky and Hutch. And The Cable Guy, he directed that movie. I like that movie. And Long Came Polly, I like that. Dodgeball Children's Story, Dog Story. I love those movies. All those movies turned 20 years. Yeah, it was Long Came Polly, Dodgeball Dog Story and Starsky and Hutch. All those movies turns 20. All those three movies turn 20 this year. Yeah. And of course, you want to talk about, he did do another superhero movie that he was in fully. Uh, Mr. Furious from Mystery Men, which I reviewed this year. You know, definitely check it on my playlist for superhero reviews. It's on there. It was my last 90s review. But yeah, Vince still a good actor. Christopher Knight is prison guard. He's worked with DreamWorks before, I guess. Like Private the Penguin and Madagascar films. He's worked on several DreamWorks films like Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, Shrek Forever After, and he started filming his filming career at Emulation Studios while working on films like Rebecca Dinosaur and both of which I like those movies. Tom McGrath is Lord Scott, prison guard, who also directed this movie. Let's see. He directed the first Madagascar movie, which I like. Uh, he didn't direct Shrek the Third, but he did do a voice in it. Yeah. He directed Megamind, like I said. He directed Madagascar 3, The Boss Baby. Did he direct that? Yeah, he directed it, which I like The Boss Baby, but that's just me. Boss Baby Family Business, that was a meh sequel. Yeah. Jack Blessing as newscaster. He passed away sadly back in 2017. I don't think I ever. Well, he was in Summer School from 1987. I like that movie. He was in Uncle Buck as well. Did some additional voices in a Goofy movie. You know, had a nice to tell Ricky Bobby. So he's worked with the Will Ferrell before. Yeah. And Justin Thurst as Megamind's parents, as his father. He did work in movies like American Psycho, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, The Boy, The Spy Who Dumped Me, Bumblebee, and Beetlejuice. He worked on that. Let's see what they came out this year. And The Lady and the Tramp 2019 remake. Rob Corddry as Random Citizen. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember him in Hot Top Time Machine. He was an old school, The Heartbreak Kid, Pain and Gain. I remember him in that. And the film is directed by Tom McGrath, written by Alan Schoolrat and Brett Simmons, produced by Laura Berry. Bray. She's produced films like Tropic Thunder, Penguins of Madagascar, Blaze of Glory, Megamind, and Ron's Gone Wrong. She is edited by Michael Andrews. The music is by Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Now, he has done score if you want to count the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah, he did the music over that. Lauren Bath, so he's done music score for like Penguins of Madagascar, Lego Batman movie, Mission Impossible Fallout, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Bad Boys for Life, Black Widow, Black Adam, Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel Foley. Yeah. Production companies DreamWorks Animation, PD DreamWorks, distributed by Paramount Pictures. It was released October 28th in 2010 in Russia, and here in America, here in the U.S., it was released November 5th, 2010. It's 96 minutes long, about 1 hour and 35 minutes long. The budget to make the movie was $130 million, and the box office it made $321.9 million worldwide. Uh, for the marketing, you had a trailer and I guess TV spots for the movie. McDonald's gave out toys for the movie. You had a commercial with Megamind and Moonin going to McDonald's, going in disguise. He's got that watch that can give him disguises and stuff in the movie. Yeah, so McDonald's gave out toys in the movie for the film. And of course, there were video games as well. Two I'm going to mention that was Megamind, Mega Team Unite, that is on the Wii. The game is a beat'em that supports 4 players. Players can either play as Megamind, Minin, Metro Man, and Titan as starting point for how the game will be. When beating each level, players get to pick characters they weren't shown in the final version of the film, such as Destruction, Worker, some other characters. After Megamind becomes the hero of the city, he forces superhero squad, the Mega Squad, to defend the city from the Doom Syndicate. And then Megamind Ultimate Showdown, which is on the Xbox 360. The player's ability to play as Megamind by using his D-gun to evaporate enemies. For the console version, the game contains hidden loot and upgrades acquired by first games. There's a second player. The player can play as a Brainbot that assists Megamind. The handled version players get to level up their weapons and collect ammo from defeated enemies. While most of the original film's cast were replaced with standard voice actors, Jonah Hill does reprise his role as Titan. Yeah. Never played any of these games before. Just thought I'd bring them out there. And for the plot of Megamind, the story is that the story of the film is that Megamind is about through he is the most brilliant supervillain in the world has ever known. Megamind, voiced by Will Ferrell, who's a alien android, an alien villain with a big brain, is the least successful. Doubted time and time again by his heroic nemesis, Metro Man, voiced by Brad Pitt. Megamind is more surprised than anyone when he actually manages to defeat his longtime enemy. But without Metro Man, Megamind has no purpose in life. So he creates a new opponent called Titan, voiced by Jonah Hill. He's a cameraman, but he gives him these powers, Metro Man's powers. But after time, he quickly decides that it's more fun to be a bad guy than a hero, so he starts terrorizing people. He's obsessed with Roxy. She's the reporter that's the parody of Lois Lane. He has a crush on her, but she has no feeling towards him back, so he goes crazy, starts attacking the city. So Megamind has to do everything in his power to become a superhero, and he has to stop Titan for good and defeat him and take him down before he destroys the city. And Megamind must become the hero and save the day, save Metro City. Yeah. And yeah, that's the plot for you. Now, if I forget anything, I'm sorry. Don't be too mad at me, guys. This is like the first time reviewing this film, first time seeing this movie. So even if you say I never seen this movie, whenever have I seen this movie? This is my first time watching it. Let me go and talk about the movie itself real quick. Well, not real quick. Sorry. Megamind is 8 days old. He's a super intelligent alien. He gets sent to Earth by his parents at his home planet, destroyed by a black hole. His parents say, "Everybody, this is his destiny." You just have him narrate at the beginning, like he's fighting with his ray gun. And he talks about at the beginning, seeing Megamind as a baby, kind of like Superman, a little bit of Metro Man. His planet dies too, and he lands in a criminally gifted Metro City prison thanks to another infant alien sent from a different planet who eventually becomes a superhero known as Metro Man. Metro Man is really stuck to a big home, kind of like a mom and pop camp if they were rich version, and he's got good looking hair. Megamind learns how to be a criminal. Megamind's an outcast, nobody likes him, but he has a sidekick Minion who's his friend. Yeah, Megamind eventually goes to a school where Metro Man gets all the attention, all the kids like him, and he tries to come up with these devious plans to come up with these tricks, and gets tricked every time, gets sent back to the corner like a little prison for him. He doesn't get to play basketball games, so he decides to become a villain, and he tries to destroy the school, the little school, the school, and gets sent away back to prison. And even go years later, where they become nemesis and fight each other over the years, with Mega Man always being losing and being defeated by Metro Man. But he always kidnaps reporter Roxy, Richie, whatever her name is, Roxy, Roxanne Richie, or Roxy, whatever you want to call it. He kidnaps her a couple times. Yeah, and in the city, of the just celebrating, make him, Ultra Metro Man loves the attention. He's like Superman, but unlike Superman, he's one that loves the attention. He's like, I love you, random citizen. He's like, yeah, awesome. And they build a statue out of him. Megamind shows up. Megamind breaks out of prison. The warden, like I said, is voiced by J.K. Simmons. Yeah, he breaks out of prison along with help, thanks to the help of Minion. And they come for Desmond, they kidnap Roxy, and Roxanne's just like, I know what you're planning. oh, Death Sharks, this and that. I know what you're up to. It's like, oh my gosh. And he tries to, make this that a lot of video for Metro Man to see in front of everybody from the big screen, and Metro Man comes. It's like, I'm here, and Metro Man goes to the wrong place. But you find out that his weakness is like, kind of like kryptonite. It's called crop or something like that. Let's see, what was it called again? Copper. Yeah, and this copper is his weakness. He's like, my copper, my only weakness. And he shoots the death ray that's in space. He's like, really? That's your weakness? And so Mega Man shoots at him, and then you have a skeleton that pops up, and apparently Metro Man is dead. And Mega Man wins. He gets killed by the Earthler. So Mega Man's thrilled about that. He has defeated his archenemy. He proceeds to live the current dream. He steals money. He kind of becomes like their evil lord over the city, takes over the city, and his robots and his minion that take over the city, over the world. But he enjoys the time being. And this film does have a good soundtrack and stuff. Like I'm Bad to the Bone. Some good songs in there. But however, he grew up suppressed that with the fact that without someone to fight, life as a supervillain has no longer any purpose. And he gets bored because Metro Man is dead. It comes to the point where now he's missing Metro Man. Megamind runs into a museum creator named Bernard, voiced by Ben Stiller. He just goes there and tries to say, "Oh, I'm sorry that I defeated you. We had so many good fights with you. You were a worthy opponent." And Roxanne is also there. He tries to avoid her, so he disguises himself as Bernard. And Roxanne, of course, she has a Jonah Hill character. I forget his character, Al Stewart, Al, who has a crush on her, tries to always invite her to go out today. And she's like, no, not interested. We're never going to be. Yeah. And she talks to Bernard, who, of course, like I said, he has the watch that can transform him into another person. And they try to go find Megamind's place, and he goes to disguise, and it's this back and forth happening of him trying to mess with her, well, not mess with her, trying to talk with her. It's like, well, he just needs a new villain, and he like creates this idea to make a new superhero. Yeah, he gets his Mr. Man's DNA, and Mega Roxanne eventually finds his hideout. Breaks into his lair. She shows about with the serum. He pretends to be Al. I mean, not the guy. Bernard fighting Megamind, and even gives her a hug. And he starts to fall in love with Roxanne. Megamind realizes Al could be a superhero, so he makes him tight. And he becomes his space dad, and has been dressed up as his mother. His stepmother gives him these powers, and he's like, I'd be a superhero, so he gives him his own suit, trains him to be a superhero to fly and all that stuff to save the day, training him. Yeah. But at the meantime, as Bernard, he's going on dates with Roxy, spending time with Roxanne, falling in love. Well, disguised as Bernard, Titan attempts to, you know, flies with her. He's thinks the hero should always get the girl, technically, but she has no interest in him whatsoever. Even when he becomes a hero, she's like, I'm actually never going to be. And he's flying around with these, like hot potato with her, whatever, her throwing her up in the air and stuff. He's like, what? You're not interested in me? What? And it makes him mad enough. Yeah, and her and Bernard go on a date. Well, first of all, Megamind says he's tired of being a villain, and then maybe Roxanne brought out a good person in him, and Minion is trying to stop him, but him and Minion have a fuss. He's like, "You're done, get out of here," and they just the friendship kind of falls apart. It's like, well, when she knows it's you tricking her, she's not really gonna accept you. But and Bernard, I mean, Megamind and Bernard, when they're on their date talking, Titan watching and jealous rage. He says the bad guy doesn't get the girl frustrated. Megamind then yells that he doesn't want to be the bad guy anymore. And Min is like, ugh. What? Roxanne, Herman are share a kiss. But Megamind's identity is accidentally exposed, and a baby cries, and people are, she's like, what? You the whole time? You tricked me? It's like this. What about you said opening book? You can't judge a book by its cover. And they're arguing, says, I just don't want to be with you. We're never meant to be Megamind. And Megamind also says she looks back at him. And maybe that somewhat she did fall for him. But Megamind goes home upset and heartbroken. But even though he's heartbroken, he follows the pen of Fight Titan, becomes a machine. It's like a machine. So kind of like looks like an evil version of Buzz Lightyear, kind of that he creates. The reporter makes a grand appearance. They fight. Waiting for Titan to show up before going to his apartment. But Titan has decided that he'd rather be a supervillain. She tries to get him to fight him, but it doesn't work. He's like, "You've been stealing? What are you doing? You're supposed to be a villain." Apparently, he stole like a bike and a lot of money from a bank, and he's having more fun being a villain. And Megamind realizes he loses money, tells him that he is his space dad, and they tricked him like, "Well, you tricked me, you deceived me," and he's ready to fight him, and they fight more. He's like, "But you're not going to jail." Instead, Titan is trying to focus on killing him, and they just Bernard too. After that, after Megamind leaves, Al starts destroying Mega City in revenge for Roxanne, spurning him in resentment for a lifetime of rejection. He tries to attack Titan with the copper sphere, but it doesn't work. Yeah. Megamind convinces Roxanne to search for clues, tries to talk with her on how to stop Ultra, goes here and tells her that he's going to destroy the city, so he'll get a figure way to stop him. So they go to Metro Man's old lair, which is their old school, a hideout. And spoiler alert, Metro Man is alive. Apparently he faked his own death and is witness to Copper. He wanted to retire from being super. Apparently he was thinking about it when they were fighting that day, and he had agreed to, fake his own death. And basically, Metro Man wants to be Music Man. He wants to be a musician. Starts singing, ooly, ooly, ooly. I can't even do the song right. But he starts singing the song, and like, what? You're not going to be a hero no more? Oh my gosh. They try to persuade him to defeat Titan, but he refuses. They try to, Roxanne tries to claim him to fight, that he should take on, and that Megamind, he's smart enough to actually defeat him, but Megan says, no, I'm not a hero. That's just not me. And he doesn't say anything. He's like, I don't get the girl. So he walks away, depressed, and knowing that's over, goes back home, goes back to prison. Just sitting and watch TV. But however, though, Titan kidnaps Roxanne when he's starting to kill her. If Megamind doesn't do something. Uh, Titan kidnaps. I said, uh, then Minion, who you think abandoned him, the friendship over. Minion comes to save him out of prison, and they apologize, and they go to save Roxanne. He comes up with a big mirror, big cloud of smoke. He's like, "You're a villain, but you're not a super villain." This turns up being of two super villains, and so they fight. Which you think that he's almost killed Megamind, but Minions disguised as Megamind rescues Roxanne, but breaks his fishbowl head in the process, which gives him mirror. They kill him. He calls Metro City, Metro City, Metro City. And that's making my mistake. Megamind goes undercover as Metro Man and scares him, but when Titan hears that word, he comes back. He uses his diffuser gun. He uses his diation gun on himself to safely stand to a fountain in Metro City's main square, and he shoots the diffuser gun at Owl, and it removes all of his powers, and Owl ends up going to prison. Megamind places him in a mountain, keep him safe, and he's happy. Owl ends up in Megamind's prison cell, and then Megamind is embraced by Metro City, and Roxanne who gives him a kiss on the cheek, and he claimed a hero. He's like, "Well, everybody, he's not claimed a hero," and they say Megamind is like Michael Jackson's song's playing called it bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. Yeah, Metro, would you mind? Gets away, and movie ends there. A post-credit scene shows men doing the laundry, only for Bernard, who was dehydrated by one part of the washing machine, claiming that this was the worst day of his life. Minden then responds and whacks him with a forget me stick. And the movie ends there. So, yeah, but entertaining movie. Well, from what I heard, there was also a sequel that came out, Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate. I don't know if I want to watch that. Oh, it's direct to streaming. Yeah, or maybe I'll review that. But anyway, just focus on this movie right now. Rise, rise, my glorious creation. Come to Papa. You're so pathetic. No matter what side you're on, you're always a loser. There's a benefit to losing. You get to learn from your mistakes. Over here, old friend. In case you notice, you've fallen right into my trap. You can't trap justice as an idea. It's a belief. Even the most heartfelt belief can hurt it over time. Justice is an unconventional metal, but metals can be melted by the meat of revenge. It's revenge and is best served cold, but it needs to be reheated in the microwave vivo. Well, I think one of these is about to explore. Maybe I can get an extended warranty. Warranties are invalid. Used beyond their extended purposes. Girls, girls, you're both pretty. Can I go home now? Of course, that is, if Metro Man can withstand the full killing power of the sun fire. You dare challenge Megamind? This town is big enough for two supervillains. Well, you're a villain, alright, just not a super one. Oh yeah, what's the difference? Presentation. Anyway, guys, I want to sit here and read this all day, but still some fun dialogue in here. But Megamind was a very entertaining movie, definitely one of my favorite DreamWorks movies now. But fuck it, you know what? I'll say it, I loved it. Changed my mind, I loved it. Because I can see this movie growing on me more and more. Before I get to any problems, though, what I liked about the movie, I thought the story was good. I liked the idea that a supervillain can become the hero, and I thought the voice cast, Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Jonah Hill, David Cross, and Brad Pitt, I thought they all did a good job. I thought the voice cast was really good. I can see this movie growing on me more. Yeah, this came out when I was probably in high school, when I was in 10th grade, sophomore in high school. So I didn't see it then, but I do remember when it came out, I think. So, yeah, because 2010, that's when I was in high school still, when this came out. This is a very entertaining movie. Yeah, I like the voice cast. I like the idea that a supervillain becomes a hero. It's kind of like a good parody of of DC, of Superman. Um, like with Megamind, he's a parody of Lex Luthor and Brainiac. Ultraman, Metro Man is a parody of Superman, and Roxy is the parody of Lois Lane. And Al Stewart, he's a parody of Green Lantern characters. That is Al Jordan, Al Stewart, and then John Stewart, who are the Green Lantern characters in the DC universe. So it's a parody of that, and of Jor-El too. It's a good parody as well. That's what you think about. It's more like a parody of Superman, the DC characters as well, cliches of the villains taking over. But it's fun. It is in a fun way. It's very entertaining. Uh, the story's good. I like how Megamind, yeah, he's a you know alien villain, and with a big brain. He's a villain at first, then he has become a hero, and I bought him being a hero. And Will Ferrell did a great job playing him. He really steals the show here. Will Ferrell did a fantastic job, and I thought Brad Pitt did a good job as Metro Man. Except, he's not he's just Metro Man. He just loves the attention, you know. And of course, he's got the looks and the hair. And Minion, I thought David Cross did a fantastic job. Jonah Hill, I didn't never been big on him as an actor, but I thought he did pretty good. Because you really couldn't buy this guy as a hero. But as a villain, he did pretty good. And Tina Fey did a good job voicing Roxanne. Like I said, she's a parody of Lois Lane. It's very entertaining. The animation, the CGI animation is really good. DreamWorks has always had good animation in their movies, even if it's CGI or Prince of Egypt, Joe the King of Dreams. Those are 2D animation movies, I would say. Well, I can't draw animation, but this is CGI animation. CGI animation is good. The soundtrack, I don't like the song Highway to Hell. That's one song I don't like. I hate that song, but that's just me. But the other songs are really good in this movie. Mr. Blue Sky, that was used in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Hey, Mr. Blue, got you right. Good song. And Michael Jackson's bad. And then, yeah, Guns N' Roses, they have a song here too. So it's a good soundtrack as well. And the action scenes are really fun to watch. The action is really good. The humor works pretty much all the time. It's a hilarious movie. Humor doesn't work every second time of the movie. And the pacing was pretty good. It didn't feel like it slowed down. It felt like it went by at a pretty good pace like this for me. It was only 1 hour 35 minutes. It's not that long of a movie. You didn't need that. I think in the sequel, I don't think. Well, I'm gonna say this, Will Ferrell. I don't think he did the voice for the character again in the sequel. If he's not doing the voice, I don't really want to see the sequel. But that's just me personally. What's the point? I don't think this film really needed a sequel. Yeah, it was successful, but still, some films don't need a sequel. And this movie, I don't think needed a sequel, but of course it happened. And I guess the sequel came out this year. It's streaming and like direct, so it's more like direct to video kind of in a way, which is probably not going to be good. uh, the action scenes were good. The editing I thought was good. Cinematography, but the Metro City looked good. It's kind of it's like Metro City, Metropolis, you know, yeah, a little bit. But a supervillain becoming a hero, that was an interesting idea how they did it. Where the supervillain becomes the superhero by the end of the movie. He has to become a hero. And I thought that him and Megamind and Roxy had good chemistry, and I bought them being in love. Yeah. And Brad Pitt, I thought did a good job as well. I thought all the cast did a good job. Problems, well, I mean Jonah Hill did good though, but I don't feel like Titan was that great of a villain in my opinion. I feel like you could have done a little. Well, you had to throw a villain there somehow, so never mind. That's a dumb complaint. But does every humor land? No. It's not funny all the time though. It is definitely better than the Boss Baby. Even though I like the Boss Baby, I can laugh. That's a cute movie to me. I think that movie's funny as well, and I think the director did a good job. Tom McGrath. He knows how to direct a good DreamWorks animation movie. He directed Madagascar and first one, and he knows how to make a good movie. You know, in my opinion, and it had a good story as well, good characters, good voice cast, and it's a very entertaining, fun movie. The humor doesn't land every time. Yeah, the Bernard character, I feel like he didn't need in here. He wasn't that funny, but still did fine. But like, I didn't think you needed that character, but I guess you needed this character so because she's not gonna date Megamind, so Megamind had to use that disguise, which is cool. He's got his little robot minions, his robots and stuff, and his gadgets, which is pretty cool, you know. But it's a fun movie. You know, I think Megamind's a fun movie. I can see it growing even more, But it's definitely a fun movie, so I definitely recommend Megamind. If you've never seen a superhero comedy film before, I definitely recommend it. And if you want to do superhero marathon yourself, then this is, or if you're gonna watch superhero movies, throughout the years of 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. If you're ever going to do like I am right now, well, if you're just going to watch those kind of movies, then I definitely recommend watching Megamind. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a fun movie. My rating for this film, I'm going to give this film for Megamind. I'm going to rate this film 4 to 5 stars and a thumbs up. So good movie in my opinion, guys. Tell me in the comments down below. What do you think of Megamind in your opinion? And have you seen the sequel? And what do you think of Will Ferrell as Megamind? And what do you think of this movie in your opinion? And what are some of your favorite DreamWorks animation movies? Tell me in the comments down below, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next review. That will be the last 2010 that will be the last 2010 review. I'm talking about for the year 2010, not the last of 2010's era superhero reviews. I'm just starting with the year 2010. Now I'm gonna, you know, this will be the last 2010 superhero review though. That will be Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam, which I've never seen. So this will be next. It could be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And let me know, guys, in the comments down below. What do you think of Megamind? In your opinion, do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. And then we will start after Superman Shazam: The Return of after Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam. We will be getting into 2011 superhero movies with some revisit reviews as well. So stay tuned for more of those. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.